You've pushed past the cravings and skipped a full day of meals. Now, your body has reached a physiological threshold, 48 hours without food. At this exact milestone, some people experience a sudden surge of energy. Their brain fog clears, their focus sharpens, and they feel a sustained sense of physical stability. But others hit this same 48-hour mark and feel physically drained. They struggle with a cold, shaky sensation and a level of exhaustion that makes continuing feel impossible. This physical crash happens because your internal organs are forced to choose between two metabolic states, a state of calm fat oxidation or a stress-driven survival mode. Understanding how to navigate this milestone is the difference between your body utilizing its stored energy efficiently or stubbornly holding on to every ounce of fat. Before we look inside your cells, remember that this video is for educational purposes only and is not medical advice. Fasting for 48 hours is an advanced practice and isn't safe for everyone. Always consult your doctor first. At exactly 48 hours, your liver has depleted its primary supply of stored sugar, known as glycogen. This forces a shift in how your body generates the energy required to keep you functioning. Because insulin levels have dropped significantly, your body begins breaking down stored fat into fatty acids. When these reach the liver, they are converted into a molecule called acetyl-CoA, which is then processed into ketones. By hour 48, your liver is producing these energy units at roughly 10 times your normal baseline. These ketones are highly efficient fuel for the brain. By the second day, your brain is getting 30 to 40% of its energy from ketones. This shift triggers the release of BDNF, a protein that supports neuron health and improves cognitive focus. Simultaneously, the near absence of insulin allows your fat cells to release energy freely, supplying over 80% of your body's total demand. At the same time, levels of the hunger hormone, ghrelin, drop to half of their usual baseline. For those who transition successfully, the liver producing ketones, the brain sharpening, and fat cells providing steady fuel is what creates that sense of mental clarity and sustained physical energy. If these systems are designed to work together, why does a large portion of the population feel so miserable at this exact point? The answer lies in your adrenal glands. By hour 48, they have doubled their output of cortisol. This natural rise in stress hormones is actually helpful at first. It keeps you alert and helps signal your fat cells to continue releasing energy. The problem occurs when you add more stress to the system. Many people feel that initial surge of energy and decide to push harder, attempting high-intensity workouts or cold plunges to maximize their results. This is known as stress stacking. When you stack these external stressors, your cortisol levels can breach a critical threshold. Your body interprets this as an emergency and enters a survival state. It stops oxidizing fat efficiently to conserve resources, which causes the cold and shaky feeling associated with a metabolic crash. Treating a fasting body as though it has infinite resilience rather than a system in a delicate balance is exactly what triggers this transition into a survival state. To maintain a stable metabolic state, you must address the physical consequences of low insulin, specifically the way your body handles fluids. As insulin drops, your kidneys begin to flush out fluids and essential minerals. You can lose up to 5 liters of water and 2,000 milligrams of sodium. This drop in blood volume is the primary cause of the headaches and dizziness, often mistaken for a need for food. You can stabilize this by using a mineral anchor. Consuming a large glass of water with high-quality sea salt replenishes your sodium levels, which supports your blood volume and helps lower the overall stress response in your body. The second step is prioritizing active recovery over high-intensity exercise. Light movement, such as walking or stretching, allows your muscles to utilize the fatty acids in your blood without triggering an excessive cortisol response. By focusing on hydration and avoiding unnecessary physical stress, you provide your body the stability it needs to keep utilizing stored fat as its primary fuel source. The most critical phase of this process occurs when you decide to end the fast. How you reintroduce food determines whether you sustain your progress or trigger a metabolic shock. After 48 hours, your insulin receptors are highly sensitive. If you break your fast with carbohydrates, your insulin levels will spike rapidly. This immediately stops ketone production in the liver and often leads to significant bloating and a sudden drop in energy. To avoid this, use a protein-focused refeed. Ending the fast with high-quality protein and a small amount of healthy fat, like eggs or bone broth, provides essential nutrients while keeping your insulin response gradual and controlled. When handled correctly, the 48-hour mark allows your hunger hormones to stay suppressed, while fat oxidation becomes the primary way your body sustains its energy needs. However, knowing how to utilize fat is only part of the story. The physical shape of your stomach actually reveals which of your hormones are currently out of balance. In our next video, we examine the 3 distinct belly fat shapes and the specific conditions they represent. Click here to see what your body is telling you.